What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Quantum Show panel discussion time. Coming in the front door, Tim. What's up,
Howdy,
Tim?
howdy.
Also, Lynn. What's up, Lynn?
Hi, Lynn.
I'm doing okay. How are you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good. Is your boom down or up? Your mic.
Down.
I can't hear you very well. Let me look at your
You
mic.
want to go ahead and adjust it?
Everything is. You sound like it sounds like it's muffled. Settings are good.
I don't know why it would. Huh.
Yeah, Tim, do you hear what I'm hearing?
Yeah, it sounds like a motor running.
Well, it also sounds like you're talking like through a T-shirt or something.
Yeah. Here, let me mute mine and make sure it's not me first.
Yeah, I can hear the.
Is there a motor running here?
Yeah.
Will you turn off the air compressor? I'm not using it right now.
Yeah, it sounds like you're on a different microphone.
Yep. Same microphone. I'm wondering, hey Frank, got microphone problems. It's the wrong mic, I betcha. I think it's on the computer's speaker. Let me see if we can't fix that.
Hey, Lynn, do this on your microphone.
Okay.
Do that. Yeah, I would be hearing that. Your intake is set to a different microphone.
No, it's a different microphone. Not the one. That's what we got. Okay, let's see if we can't do something with it.
Okay. Well, we're here.
It's the microphone in it. I bet this is the test. But that one.
The sound went away.
The clicking sound went away. The engine sound
How's
went away.
this?
Better.
How do I sound?
You sound
Perfect.
great.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Figured it out.
Okay, well, y'all know how my week went. How was y'all's?
Oh, snowy like yours. We've been trapped inside too.
Well, you didn't have any casualties, did you?
No, we lucked out. Poor boy tree service came by like 2 months before and removed our pines and all of the exploding trees. So when it came down to the actual storm happening, we lucked out. You know, a lot of other people had damage.
Yeah, well, I was talking about human casualties in this case because I had one.
Oh,
and I almost was one when I fell on the road. Oh my God, y'all! I was like, "Am I getting up?" For real, I was down there. I'm like, I was in so much pain. It was so like pain from the top down is different than if you get hit somewhere, right?
You got cracked on the head, didn't you?
So bad, and I had a headache for a day. After that, I didn't even have any leave or nothing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna meditate my way out of this.
Yeah.
And I fucking did too. But
yeah,
I was almost casualty number 2, right?
Yeah.
But casualty number 1 is in the hospital right now.
Sarah fell through the front door the other day when it was iced up, but she's recovering.
She didn't get hurt, right?
Well, she's lucky she's lost all of that weight.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just the ice. You know, the ice is everywhere here, just like it is there.
Yeah. I should have taken a video of what it looks like when my car stuck. It pissed me off so bad. Oh man, not that I needed to go anywhere else tonight, but I didn't want my car to get stuck. It's the principle of the thing. Get out of the damn driveway. Oh my God. It's like, don't stand in front of the door. You'll get hit. What's up, Rachel?
There must be a dumb gene in some people. So
oh, I am not saying nothing because I want her to. She's not going to watch this show. She is nowhere near quantum. she is about as 1.5 dimensional muggle as you could get, right? And pop culture paintings. Like,
Your mic moved,
mine?
Nathan. Yeah,
Mine?
we got it.
My
There you
mic?
go. Your mic went muffled for a moment.
Oh, did it? No. Well, I'm plugged in, okay. But okay, well,
We got you.
okay. Yeah, she's one of them. She's never had to do anything for herself, right? Everything's always been given to her, and whatever.
And they sent her to caregive someone else.
She sent herself, and it was a lie. It was
Boy, I bet.
false pretenses. And I'm like, what is this all about? What are you doing? You're supposed to be. And no, here's what her idea was, right? She was going to get here, and she was going to get her Uncle Rick, who needs not day to day anything, but like once or twice a week help, okay? Gonna get him to get on disability, get his retirement, sign a POA, and go into a retirement home. And I'm like, hold on a second. He still works. That's not gonna happen.
Mm-mm.
She thinks I should be in a retirement home. And I'm like, you are full of shit so bad.
Yeah, keep up with me on a rucksack hike. Go ahead, girlfriend. Go for
Yeah. You
it. On a forced march. Come on, let's do it. It'll be fun.
yeah, let's walk to that gas station in these icy roads together. You on one side, me on the other, and we'll just see who makes it, right? 30 years, 35 years old. Great. Thinking 50 is old. Yeah, fucking great. But I have gained a
He's
lot
the
of
one who's living in La
everybody
La
else's
Land.
bullshit.
And
What, Lynn?
she's just living in La La Land.
And then just oh,
You know, I my stepdaughter is 35, and she has been a godsend, not just for me, but for her grandmother and her other grandmother, and now she's caregiving a friend of mine who needs her desperately, and not a word of complaint out of her. She's having a ball, enjoys it, and a lot of it is your attitude towards it. All of it's attitude.
yeah. And she doesn't have any preconceived notions of the way shit should work, seems like.
Well, I think she does because, well, I was a caregiver supervisor for years.
Well, no.
And I taught her how to do it.
The people are ready to die. Prepare them. That's what she's going through here. And I'm like, no, that's not what's happening here.
The idea is to keep them alive, you silly shit. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, did I say that?
I'm like, no. And yeah, well, she got her a car. I'm glad she's happy with her $800 or $600 a month payment now.
Oh
and
my God.
Yeah, good fucking luck with that 2 jobs. You know,
2 jobs cover that?
Apparently. But
or does somebody else supplementing her income pay for that?
A new boyfriend. I think that's it.
Pay to play.
Ouch.
Okay.
I think she'd be rather wrapped up in it with me and not that person. Because that person is just as clueless as she is, and he's going to find out too.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we won't gossip about her.
Apocalypse survived. We're here. We made it.
You're gonna hate me.
Why?
I was a little chilled today. I was cold. It was 60.
Okay. That good for you. No, good for you. I'm happy for you.
I
You
know.
didn't have
Get on
this.
down the road, Mooney. We've had enough of your crap.
No. That's fine. I'm glad you didn't have to deal with this, and I'm just But yeah,
I did. I had to deal with it until about 4 days ago.
well, you didn't have no ice storms coming through, did you?
Actually, we did. Yeah, we had
You
ice.
did.
We had snow. We, honest to God, had snow. The real damn thing.
Okay.
And there's still snow in the mountains. So what are we looking at here? And I'm
Yeah.
not sure. Oh yeah, you're
Sunshiny
you're
days.
little.
What is that? What
Yeah,
leather.com?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
you're a
just the
little
weather.
bit. You're a little
Oh, somebody
chilly
bought a
too.
coffee. Who was that? Awesome.
19 days.
Rachel bought coffee for the show. Booyah. Shout out, Rachel. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Rachel. The no, the weather was bitter for about, I don't know, 4 days, 5 days. You know, came through here on its way to you guys, I'm sure. And dropped rain, dropped snow. We had some collisions and stuff. Yeah, no,
You're at
Same
19
I don't want
temperature.
any of that. Just take it on back. I don't want it.
Mhm.
And my sister actually sent me a mess of sweaters. You know, and she lives in the California coast. And she said, "I know you need these. Just put them on and shut up." And that's kind of relationship we have. And I said, I'm fine. No, you're not. I'm sending you sweaters. And she says, you don't know what's coming through here. So I accepted them. I was like, okay. And I shared them around the household. And I don't know. I personally, I stayed indoors because getting hit in the face with that cold air is enough to stop my heart, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what happened last week. And that wasn't fun. I don't want to enjoy that again. So, you know, it's some very, very bitter cold wind will do that to somebody who's got a cardiac problem or maybe a lung problem. You know, heart starts to shiver.
Yeah.
But other than that, it wasn't too awful bad as far as I was concerned. But I have, you know, like my furnace hasn't worked in about 5 years. And I don't really want to spend a whole bunch of money to put a new furnace in. What I did do is put a heater in all the rooms. And that goes up, the heater goes off if you go out. Easy.
Yeah.
And I had a heater in here.
Yeah, we're coming up
fine.
with alternatives. This is an older house, so it doesn't have the generator bypass hookups already in it, but I'm going to get them.
Mhm.
I'm going to get them. I'm going to get, I don't care what, I don't know how to do it. I'm not going to try to learn how to do it. So I got I got my trying to learn technology plate full right now. I'm building magical amulets over here and shit, right?
Yeah, I heard about your conversation
Yeah,
with Storm.
Muggle tech, I will leave it to like Hiller or some kind of contractor. Say, I want to hook up a generator or three. But yeah, let me catch you up. You weren't here for the magical items show, were you, Lynn?
I think I was flat on my back in bed.
Okay. Well, that's perfect. I would love to get off of this doomsday topics and talk about magical items some more.
I
And
love it.
I'll just go back over the show. How about it, Tim?
I'm cool. We can
It's a
talk about
good
magic
show.
items, Anunnaki, aliens, Bigfoot,
You
anything.
got it. Hell yeah. Anything but this shit.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm through with the snowpocalypse myself.
Yeah.
yeah,
Going back over.
I'm ready to do that. I like magical items.
Okay.
Obviously,
Well,
I mean,
yeah. Well, what I did the last two shows was go over. Okay, the titles were magical items as ancient tech, mistaken ancient tech, right?
mhm.
Found ancient tech, and oh, whatever, marvelous Marvin. Thank you. Bought a copy. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Shout out, Marvelous Martin. You're in here somewhere. Um,
You
but
know what you ought to consider there, Nathan,
what?
and that's bringing Storm on, because I'll tell you what, he can draw more.
Yeah,
Well,
we
gee
were
whiz, you
talking
know
about
it.
it.
You
We were
know it.
talking about it, right?
Yeah, he's happy to do it tonight if you want to.
Well, if he can get on, sure.
He can in about 15 minutes, as soon as he
Okay, well,
gets settled
I will
out with.
begin. I'll catch you up, right?
Okay.
What we talked about was
Or he'll
okay,
slide himself on with that link, and we'll be in business.
okay. I
How about that?
started with uh the items that are comparable to what we have now, right?
Mm-hmm.
First off, I went with um these things, right? These things.
Yeah.
Come on, you. Fucking now that is the modern day right, that is a modern day scrying mirror. Now, what are the original scrying devices were black or rock bowls with water in them where you
Mm-hmm.
would set them on and you wouldn't look directly down into it. You'd look at an angle so you don't see yourself. You see whatever and it links your subconscious, right?
It's
That's
supposed
what
to,
we've
yes.
determined. What?
It's supposed to, yes.
It links to your subconscious. It opens you up, right? And that's the original. Then they came up with polished black mirrors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the modern day scrying mirror, which is like over in Zach Vagan's thing, where he has it's a booth and it has this angled mirror and it's a scrying mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And Edgar Casey had one, he used one. That's one. The next one I went with was the magic wands, right?
Right.
Now wands are linked to different things, not one size fits all, but you have me and Frank were talking about this. Wand of fire. Well, that could be a shotgun blast, or it could be a taser, or it could be something fire, or it could be just fireworks, right? Wand of
Yeah.
fire. But we have a magic wand that is kind of multi-purpose to one thing. It's long, it controls. You do this, you try to get it to the right thing.
Get it
Right,
on the right frequency.
right.
That's
Controls the
right.
magic window, and we get these things again, right? Magic mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. Hey Siri, what's the weather right now? Hey Siri, what's the weather right now?
It's currently cloudy and 15 degrees. Today's high is 21 and the low is 14.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Magic mirror, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hang your iPad on the wall. It does that, right? Okay. Next was I was drawing parallels to well, we got the magic mirror, got the scrying mirror, a mirror, mirror on the wall, magic mirror, magic wands, and then I was going, well, what did they have that was doing that? That we now have that with technology. What did they have? And I went along with comparing other magical items, like, okay, the magic lamp. Picture a magic lamp. What does this look like? Aladdin, right? You've got a lamp, it's got a little flame thing on the front, you got a little lid right there. Okay, now how do they work? You rub the side of it, right?
It sounds
So
like a hologram, doesn't it?
hold on. What the magic lamp?
Yes.
Wait for it. Okay. This is an old topic. I'm just catching you up. Wait for it.
Okay.
You rub the side of it. When you rub metal and you don't have an active ground, you're starting an electrical charge.
Right.
Now, that charge by itself can't do much, but it can kick off another process. Like something in the lamp can start cooking, right? You can start a little fire in there with this kind of thing with technology. And
Mhm.
what would that do? It would cook something that's in the lamp and then release the fumes what makes people see genies. I'm thinking it's something DMT related, honestly, because everyone I've talked to who has DMT experiences have encountered beings.
DNT.
DMT, dimethyltryptamine. It's a brain
Ah,
DMT.
that makes sense.
Okay, and I think it's now this is just a catch up part, right?
Hmm.
And then I was like, well, what about magical amulets? Actually, I went to things like touchstone. Okay, now Tim, this was me and you, right? Touchstone, right? Now here we have a thing that is not. It's not wood. It's not metal. It must be. It's not bone. Yeah, it must be a stone. You touch this onto a bigger stone and it activates. It sounds like a boot disk. Sounds like a bootable USB drive. You put it in there, it turns on. The wizard is awake. The genie wakes up, right? I'm the wizard. We're the wizards. The genie
Or
wakes
Flint
the genie in the
causing
box
fire.
wakes up, right? And
Yeah.
then you have um magical amulets in order to gain access to pathways. What
Like
year is your car?
a key.
Mine?
Either one of you. Yeah, yours and Lynn's.
Mine's 2017.
Okay, do you have Tim, what's yours?
Uh, I'm not sure. 20. I don't remember.
Okay, well,
It's
no
a brain
problem.
injury.
I got you. I get you, bro.
I have a
Mine,
button.
yeah, well,
Yeah, I
you
could
leave your
look in my
okay,
wallet, but I'm not going to.
okay, fine. A lot of these new cars, if you don't have your key with you, your car won't open. You have to have your
Yeah,
Right.
key in your pocket. Well,
Mhm.
that's location. It's sensing your key. It senses the electronic device in your key. Well, that right there is a magic amulet. That is a accessible stone. That right there is a you can't get in you can't get in the door until you get the stone given to you by the priest or the wizard.
yeah.
That is a
2019, and I got my stone from my
yeah, you know what
priest.
I'm talking about. Access. RFID, it senses the proximity of this thing to where the
Yeah,
doors will open or not, right?
Right.
And well, what did they have back then that they had to have the magical amulet or whatever to get into a door? What was it that they had?
glyphs and
We
wards.
yeah, what was it? We're just now catching up to this stuff. What did they have? Did they have forgotten tech, found tech, stuff
I
from
think in
Atlantis?
some cases it was magnetic.
Well, yeah, for sure that,
Doors in particular.
but it had to be created that way.
Hmm.
Who knew how to do that? Who knew how to put that together? Right? Not
Well,
many
I'd
people.
say a very intelligent wizard.
I'd say very few, the very lucky few, right? To
Yeah.
have that knowledge passed down from wherever it came from. Now, I went from there to other magic amulets and I took the principles I cut up. So far, we've got amulets, touchstones, wands, and magic lamps as technological devices, right? Then I said,
Hmm.
I'm gonna make one. I got this, right? I'm gonna make one. This is the first attempt, right? Let me do this, right? Now, can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. Now we
Well,
have
that's magnificent.
hold on. Let me explain. Copper disc, which is like a big silver quarter or something, whatever, but it's just copper disc. I've got two coils going by the electronics right hand rule, right? You see they're wound up, right?
Hmm.
They're twisted. They both they go this way. It's supposed to be the right-hand roll. I don't know if I fucking did. But I have a crystal in the middle, and what I didn't do was put the antenna on top. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm not gonna use this one. I still got plenty of parts, right? I'm gonna do this again, except with one coil going all the way around with a spiral antenna. Let me get off of here now. Now, the reason I'm doing spiral antenna is because I see these all over every culture that has glyphs.
Right.
Am I offline?
No, you're here.
No, you're there.
Oh, okay. Somebody's back. All the background noise just cut out for a minute. Now, this was the Google thing that said spirals carved in rock. They're literally everywhere. Okay. I did this search, and it was like Greece, Norway, North America, South America, Russia. They're all over. Hawaii. They're all over the place, right? And I'm
Celtic
like,
symbols.
yeah, they're all over. And I Googled uh spiral antenna. What does that look like to you? You know, that looks like the same thing. Look at this. That looks like the same thing to me. So I'm
Yeah.
going to make one based on that, right? Because that is like the same as that. They
Oh
are,
my.
if you look at that, look, you see you have one and one, and then they both spiral out around each other. That's the thing. They spiral out around each other. It's not a spiral that stops in the middle. And when they are, they're interlinking with other spirals that stop in the middle. So I'm going with not that one, but this one, right? I'm going with this design where you see you have the two ends out the corners.
Uh-huh.
Well, those are two that wind around each other, not one that goes from one and then out. It's two that they both end up in the center. Okay.
It's interesting too that many of the depictions of the goddess, of course, originate with the Sumerian uh, Inanna. She has it when she's depicted. Sometimes she'll have that on her belly.
Yeah. Well, it's an antenna.
Mhm.
I want to say debunked, but it's not debunked. It's discovered, right? I really want to say debunked, but it's not. Oh, come
Well, I
on.
don't know that it's debunked. I think it's um, the realization that technology has been part of the human experience always.
Yeah, we just
We
forgot.
just didn't know what it was.
Right.
It got exclusive
Right now,
and so on and so forth.
equiangular, right? Now,
Mhm.
I'm going to bring this back up and do a side by side comparison. All right. Now, this is pre Columbian. Where is it? This is a reproduction, right, of something found in South America versus a spiral antenna. I'm going. Oh well, it's already up there, so fine. Can you see that? See the spiral
Yeah.
antenna? Do you see the
Uh,
spiral stonework?
Yes.
They're the same, right? What's the difference? The middle is connected on the antenna where it is not connected on here, but there's very little difference, right? Because the channel links up all the way around, and the channels they do link up. One's vertical, one's horizontal. So there's that. And boom, discovered, linked, paralleled. We have figured. You heard it here on the Quantum Show. spiral carvings are that of signal antennas. And that's what I'm going to put on the next version of this is I'm going to go from the coils, I'm going to have a spiral antenna on the top of it. And then you're going to have the crystal in the same place locked down against the copper, right? And I got all the parts in now. This you can't really rub it. I used copper tape, which is fine, right? But I'm going to clean it up by just putting some silver adhesive down here, conductive glue, right? Silver oxide adhesive, and I'm going to put another one on the back of it, another copper disc, so I can rub it. And I want to see what happens. Am I going to blow all the capacitors up again? Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
When you do it, stay away from your computer.
I'll go in the yard.
Just a word to the wise.
I'll surround myself with grounded LEDs and just start rubbing. Bow chicka wow wow.
Oh, that visual wasn't what I wanted. Anyway.
Rubbing one out in the yard. There you go.
You're wicked. Who's that? Not quite wicked, but wicked for sure.
I'll say it.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry. I've
No,
had
yeah,
4 cups of coffee, and I'm working on my 4th cup of coffee right now.
Ozzy was saying, these people, were in touch with aliens. I believe that very strongly. And they also, though, in comparison, if somebody's got a spaceship and is on your planet and you're still doing the sticks and stone thing, you don't even pass go. They're gods.
Yeah.
And they can't be anything else to you.
They can't comprehend
Mhm.
anything else, much like the Muggles and what we got going on now. Because
Yeah.
people,
They don't get it with us.
no, they don't. I am great with the weird being all around me all the time. And
Mhm.
it's that acceptance that lets me not filter it out. Because I've literally watched people try to comprehend this stuff and their heads just short circuit and they and they're like and they have to snap themselves back into whatever reality they can manage. And
And some of them aren't real good at it.
no, and I'm
So-
also I need to chronicle cases of people who have seen paranormal supernatural who didn't come back from it, who can't handle it. They ended up on meds or in institutions in therapy for months, if not longer,
Yeah.
because that has happened too. Those people
Well-
are out there that they cannot deal with it. I know one off the top of my head that she's psychic or she's empathic, very
Mhm.
much so empathic, and very in touch. She worked at Walgreens over here. I should revisit this story, right?
Mhm.
The local people. This lady works at Walgreens, and empaths, when we see each other, we have a certain look and we know who's empathic around us, right? When I look at somebody and they're just a straight up muggle, they're like, "Oh, what? That's weirdos looking at me." But when an empath sees me looking at them, they look at me.
Mhm.
They look through me and they see me and I see them. Well, I saw her like she saw me, right?
Exactly.
There's just a knowing there. There is another level of perception, okay? Like you see me, you see how tall the image looks, how wide the image looks. You hear me talking, you see the colors that make up whatever's here. But for an empath in person, there's another level of perception here. Okay.
Uh-huh.
A picture does not, I told you, talked about that picture of my friend Adana. I just goofing around. I took a picture of her, and I was flipping through my phone one day, and I found this picture of this girl. And I was like, who the hell is this? When did I take? It was her. The reason I didn't recognize her is because that level of perception was not there because it's a fake of her.
Well,
And
you
I
know,
didn't
we don't see this
well,
matter.
we do, but
We
there's
see
more.
inside.
There's more. There's 5 dimensions of it. And Raven is flying in from the cat dimension. What's up, Raven?
Hey,
Hi, Raven.
How you, hello, how you doing?
Not
We're all
bad.
right. How are you surviving your snowpocalypse up there?
I stuck in my driveway.
yeah,
Totally. I haven't even made it to the hill. That's yeah. I'm trying to turn the volume down here. Hold on. I can't find the volume button here. Let me put some glasses on. Yeah, I am stuck in my driveway. I thought I parked it in a new spot, thinking it was going to be less of a problem to get out, and actually it was worse. And I was actually standing in a drift up to my hip to clean off my windshield, and I got stuck 5 times between there, probably going maybe 10 feet down the lane. And there it sat. And now I'm out of gas because I got stuck so much.
Oh, man.
I'll have to take an Uber or something to the gas station and get gas to bring back home. So that's how it's doing for me. Other than that, I can't blow dry my hair or turn my dryer on because it blows the main because of all the space heaters. Even if I turn them off, which is kind of funny. You know, last week I had that problem. It was the first time it did it on Saturday night right before this show. And I'm in the chat room asking Tim and Nathan what to do. They said, well, first off, did you turn off the hair dryer?
That might be helpful.
Be helpful. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was able to get it back on again. So that's an impressive.
But it didn't blow the fuse on the dryer. It just blew the fuse all over.
The whole house. Yeah.
She is.
Yeah. So
Mm.
that's always fun because lighting
If it
candles.
weren't for bad luck, we'd have no luck at all.
So Nathan, you captured an interesting video there. I thought you were
Yeah.
there with the trail cam. So
No,
okay,
I
so
wasn't
it's like
there.
he's
It was, huh?
that was really cool of you to set up the trail cam though. To even have that thought before you left the house was really inspiring, you know.
I'm a,
It's like
huh?
Go ahead.
No,
I'm excited
exist
about
on
this video.
YouTube
When
now. Huh? Okay, there must be some kind of a delay. Raven, I am moving my hands. Do you see me? No,
Yeah.
you don't see me.
Yeah.
You do a delay.
Oh.
There's a delay there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's a delay.
Okay. Well, here, let me see. Let me close. I got a couple windows open. Let me close them. See if that will help.
That was amazing. Those photographs were. I have done caregiving, of course, and like you say at the very end, that sometimes people will reach out because they see somebody that they love, or they're reaching out,
Mhm.
and usually it's because they see like their wife or their husband or somebody that they loved very much, and that's how they'll do it, and then suddenly they're gone. But he was close. Boy, was he close.
Yeah, I showed the video on the first part. It's on my channel now. Now those were frame. Okay, those were still shots, and I just scrolled through them. I was like, holy crap! You know, I was looking at them, and they were. That's what happened. I was like, oh, what the hell? I never thought I'd catch first-hand stuff. That is. That didn't come from the internet. That came from the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. You know, you have this this is magnificent proof, of someone getting ready to pass. He managed to intervene, hopefully for the best. And yeah, because you were saying he had like a diabetic crisis.
Yeah, diabetic
And
and exposure.
yeah,
I mean, the house was 5 degrees,
and
right?
he wouldn't go with you.
No, he was
Yeah, he's a free agent.
irrational. It was his own, and I can't make him do nothing. I can't make nobody do nothing. All I can do is call the authorities. And I hate doing that, but my mom did.
Yeah.
And
Well, she could do it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
well, they came and scooped him up, and it was so cool. The guys are also on the trail cam, right? They were, they got him a glass of water just to drink, and then I saw them. This was so cool of these guys. Now, they got him a glass of water at the sink, and I had left the sink dripping, right? Because obviously pipes don't want to freeze.
Right.
And I saw him reset it to drip. I was like, "Oh, awesome, guys! Thank you
Yeah.
so much."
I knew exactly why it was doing it that way.
Yeah, they knew what was up. They're locals.
Yeah.
Man,
they
those
knew
guys
darn
were
well.
strapped. Let me tell you, they look like a SWAT team up in here.
Yeah.
They
Well, you
were
never know what you got to
paramedics?
pick up with those
fucking
guys.
paramedics with body armor and pistols. Oh, hell yeah.
They're like that these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be amazed how many firefighters get shot at
Yeah, well,
by the big boom boom sticks.
yeah, well, these guys, they came in and the video caught some audio. I think I told this on the first part, but out of context, you're a medic. You go in, hey, Mr. So-and-so, are you okay? Do you need some help? We're here to help you. And he just out of the blue says, is the preacher here? What are you going to think if you're it's like, oh, God, he's already seeing ghosts? No. Preacher is my car.
Yeah.
Is the preacher here? And it was like out of context. Those medics probably thought, "Oh, he's on his way out. We need to hurry up. He's already seeing the preacher."
Oh, well, they were probably pleasantly surprised when he didn't check out.
Aussie.
So
Hold on a second. Aussie, he's got a question here. This is relevant. Could the ghost just be a slow refresh rate on the camera, making it seem like a ghost? Normal. If it was a video, yes. This was a still pic. It was 7 still pics that it snap, right? Not during a video. It was a still picture. I thought so too. I would love to see if it could be debunked. I want to be correct. I don't care if it's a ghost or not. I want to be correct. But the chain of events match up with those other videos of end of life things. Okay, Raven, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It looked to me like as he raised up, that he turned and looked at the camera.
You were seeing
before he went back down.
a different one. Well, you saw the pictures, right?
Yeah.
You saw the video.
Yeah.
There was a video where he was looking at the camera, but there was another video where it was just like him and then him.
Yeah,
You know,
that him.
I saw that.
It's like the essence
spirit
looked at the camera.
Well, I couldn't tell that. If you
And
could
then
tell
there's
that,
like a dark thing like a shadow over here.
a shadow
Yeah.
Mhm.
on the same picture.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me see
I
here.
saw that too.
I wasn't kidding about it's happened to me before that I've like not died, but I've fallen asleep and encountered my own spirit on the way out of my body, and it surprised me enough that I popped back into my body.
Oh wow.
And
Astral projecting.
yeah, when you're not when you're not expecting to astral project and you do it, it startles you sometimes and you pop back in your body.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
done that too.
Oh, there was one picture. There was one picture where he was leaning up, looking over at the camera. Um, let me just let me bring it back up. We can review him
Where
some more.
he himself got up, not the
The
ghostly
apparition.
image.
It looked to me. It looked like the ghostly image as he started to come up, that he turned and looked at the camera. Is what I thought.
Okay.
And then there's like this shadow. Okay.
Okay,
Watch it
can you
again.
see it?
Yeah.
This is the first
let me
one
look
where
up.
he's not. Okay, I think I missed the one right before this is where he raised his arm, and I don't have that one in this directory, right? But boom, raises up. I don't see a dark thing. Is
Oh wait.
remember there's a candle flickering on his table over there, right?
Okay.
Is that
Now
what that is?
look, yeah. Well, there's a yeah. That's the ghost image.
Mm-hmm.
This is right after. Before, let me hold on a little thing here. So 232, 50232, 50245, ghost image. 50355, a little over a minute later, right? I don't know what triggered this image, honestly. And then that's when he actually does get up. 50446. He actually does lean up. And then he rolls back over, and that's him looking at the camera, right?
Oh.
See?
There
Yeah.
it is.
That's him
Mhm.
and lays back down.
Hmm.
So is that I don't know what you were looking at, Raven.
This
I don't know. Is there any way to zoom in on that?
I can do it here.
Well,
Which part? Which one? All of them? Or
one where he's raising up.
okay. The ghost rays or the physical rays?
The ghost rays.
Okay. Let me hold on. Here's the ghost
This
rays.
is fascinating.
That right there, I cannot debunk that. Okay? I'm looking here. Can you see my little cursor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
here is his head. Here is the ghost. Now, I can't go frame to frame zoomed in. Here, that's his head. That's his face. That's his hair, right? Up. Face, hair, ghost. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I can't debunk this. I cannot debunk this. Maybe I need a better picture, and this is him going, he's back down again, right? Maybe a little bit still going back down again. And there his physically raising back up. I mean, he's not a ghost anymore. I don't know what else to say, right?
Well, it popped back in.
Yeah,
You know,
and he
does happen.
popped back in, and now he's back as him rolling around, looking at the camera or looking in the kitchen, right? And that's him laying back down. That
The body has this little fail safe. It doesn't always work, but it does have a fail safe where if you're deeply asleep, and you're finding yourself with too small a heart rate or too low of a respiration, that sort of thing, it'll literally kick to get you back up.
yeah, system check.
And
It'll do
yeah.
a system check.
yeah, but
I had that happen
your
a lot.
legs kick and that sort of thing. And you know, when you have say a weak heart or a lung disorder, any kind of a disorder really, and you know you've gone down too far.
Oh shit!
We lost Tim.
My bad. Sorry about that, Tim.
Hey.
Didn't mean to do that. I
But
clicked the wrong
it
button.
literally will kick you back up so that your body, you know, you're awake, you realize, oh, I need to get up and have a sip of water, or I need to move a little bit. But that's why it does that. It's a reflex.
Yeah. There's been a lot of times that my blood sugar has crashed in the middle of the night and just something has woken me up to let me know.
Mhm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you're and it's weird. It's weird. You know, you get like, oh, he was in the cold, and the cold is kind of like a cousin place to that place. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and cold will slow your body
Right.
reflexes and responses down a lot too. That's why it's so dangerous, because you really don't feel it, and your body reacts to extreme cold by getting hotter than heck. So
Yeah.
you kick off blankets. You feel so hot, you have to kick off something, and what you've done is end up getting even more cold. You just don't realize it.
I've heard it's one of the better ways to go, though. That it's
Yeah.
more painless and definitely better than, like, beheading or something like that, I suppose.
I don't think beheading has anything to recommend it. I really don't. You know, it's messy, and somebody's got to clean that up.
Yeah. Definitely. But yeah, I've heard it's a good way to go. If you have
Well, that happened, and I can't debunk it, right?
Yeah.
If maybe I should have had more cameras, but I only had the one camera because all the other cameras are plug in, and the power was out. So
right.
Well, how were you supposed to know he was going to do that?
Yeah.
You know, maybe the next time he's there, you'll just
it
say,
was
"Hey,
there.
I'm going to keep an eye on you."
Yeah, it was just,
You're
it was there.
fun.
I put it on. I put it up for security, you know,
Yeah.
and that was the widest angle that I could manage at the time.
Mhm.
But
good
I
thing
had, yeah. Well, I am a YouTuber now, so my life has a camera in it all the time.
Right.
All the time, wherever I go, I'm recording as I'm driving. I've got it ready. Boom, I'm ready. Boom, all the time because
Are
you never
you
know, huh?
Are you a YouTuber now? I
I
mean,
guess
you had the account
internet
since
thinks I am.
2009.
I know. I googled myself and it showed me as a digital creator. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, I guess I am.
Yeah. Just this last week, that's what Facebook has on my Facebook page. I'm like, I didn't put that there.
Digital content creator. I'm like, well, hell, here I am. Let's do this.
Okay.
I get that.
Wood chipper is definitely worse than cold. Not the weed whacker, Vern.
Okay. Yeah.
Wood chipper is definitely screaming. Me up.
Okay, Scream.
You really need check, dude. You really do.
That right there, that does sound like a good way to do it. It sounds like a very bad way to do it, but okay, I'll take your word. It works. Whatever you like. Whatever you like.
Vinegar and cloves. Well, I'll tell you what would flush. No, I don't dare do that here. I'm not going to do that here because some idiot will take me up on it. But I'll tell you later, though. Yeah, I know you guys know better than that.
Yeah, we're not in the food section yet.
No, I'm not talking about food either. His Scream Engine apparently has a tape he needs to discuss.
Yeah.
So,
but of all the ghost stuff that I missed catching on video, that happens. That's not what I expected. I did not expect to ever. I was not even looking for it, and that's when it happened. Right when I go looking for it, they turn my camera off. I don't have it with me. It's too dark to record.
It's always something. No battery.
Yeah, but then when I'm not even here, I leave a camera running just for security purposes, and boom, there it is. And
that was the one in a shot.
I've sent this to Nuke's Top 5 and Frostmare. They do that, right? They do videos like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
you don't want to be good for them. You want to get rid of them.
Yeah. Nukes is like, and here in Tennessee, this user posts his video. You know, Nuke's top 5. This user posts his video of a spirit apparently leaving a man's body. I would love to hear. That's a horrible Nuke's top 5 impression, but it's like Aussie could do it much better. Right?
Oh my God. I
Okay,
bet. Get Storm to do it.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
The guy that did the Rich and Shameless, whatever the heck that was, Robin something or other.
Robin Gibbons.
And that's
yeah.
it. Yeah. He can God mimicry.
And we don't know why. He was drolls. He has that accent, funny accent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that weird
Yeah.
British.
He always draws out that word.
Yeah, Robin Leach.
The Rich and
Did I
Shameless.
say Robin Leach?
You said Robin Givens, but I knew.
Oh,
who
I
you
said
meant.
Robin Gibbons. Oh my God, Star Trek actress.
It's a long way away from Robin,
Robin
Givens.
Givens.
I'm telling you, it is. I promise it is.
Yeah, it's not Robin Gibbons. Robin Gibbons was like Savick on Star Trek 3.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think I don't know. I can't.
something like that.
Robin Gibbons. Robin Leach. My bad. Thank you,
Robin
Screen.
Leach, yeah.
I'm thinking, who is Robin Gibbons? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna Google that right now.
I can't remember right off the top.
But the name
It,
sounds familiar too.
Oh. Honestly, yeah.
Not Robin Gibbons for sure.
No.
I don't even know who this person is. She went out with Brad Pitt and Mike Tyson.
Oh my God.
Never mind, not Robin Gibbons at all.
Absolutely no
Gibbons,
taste.
I was
Okay.
like, what? Yeah, there you go. Tyson's ex-wife.
Well, Brad Pitt back in the day was kind of hot.
Well,
Before he was.
I guess
completely
you know what
red.
it is. I don't look at the outside. I look at the inside.
Yeah. Okay. Married to Mike Tyson. Yeah. My
Right.
bad. Not right.
Oh, that's right. Married to, I know. Yeah, because she filed a lawsuit for spousal abuse.
There was some stuff about
Couple
Brad
years
Pitt
back.
on her Google search too. So
Some
Yeah, my-
objection about being a punching bag or something.
But anyway, yeah, caught the ghost video. That was pretty cool. But yeah, Raven, we were going over just bringing up to speed last week's show, magic items and mistaken technology, and what the hell were they looking at when they were coming up with wands, mirrors, amulets, touchstones, boot CDs, boot discs, and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that I would like to know, there you go. There's another one. There's another one right there. That's a magic item.
Flying
Show it again,
device.
Tim. There it is. That is a cool
And a
effect.
fire maker.
Yeah.
But yeah, that people, most people knew about that stuff, right? Because
I doubt it. I mean,
Yeah, I
think
doubt it.
about it. Think about it. Galileo would have been one of the first, and he got put to death.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, a series of them
Man.
to look at stars.
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
But what did they have that we still haven't caught up to? What about now? Here's something that came up with Final Faction, right? Was the invisibility cloak. And I'm looking at Harry Potter all the way. Invisibility cloak, okay?
Mhm.
That's real now.
Invisibility cloak.
Yeah, it's
What-
real
and
now.
what?
That's real
Yep.
now.
Yeah, it is real. And adaptive camouflage
Yes.
and light displacing camouflage, right?
Yes.
Right, and it's that
Stealth
blackest of black.
Vanta Black.
Yeah.
Vanta Black.
Black. Vanta Black is one. Okay, there we have methods now, right?
hmm
Final Faction brought this up, and I logicked it out with them. on the forums over there, right? And they said there's this character that has a bomber jacket that's gold. Bomber jackets are not gold. Bomber jackets are subdued. Think in World War II, Vietnam.
Yeah,
They're
dark brown
subdued.
leather.
Right. They're
Brown and black
subdued.
leather, yes.
They're camouflage like traditional. However, with adaptive camouflage, you can make them any color. So, and it was set in 2050, right? Well, we've already got that. Why not have an adaptive camouflage that you can take to the club and gold and just like
Glitter.
turn it to gold, right?
I'm all for it.
Yeah, that's adaptive camouflage.
I like
When
the
you're
hats
in
that
that
print out
environment.
shit.
What?
I like the hats they have that print out shit. They wear them in like Tokyo a lot.
Yeah, I've seen those. But that came up, and okay, the reason I brought up Final Faction is because, well, the adaptive camouflage bomber jacket, right? And they were saying, well, I'm criticizing the toy because the bomber jacket is never gold. I'm like, hold on a second. This is set in the near future. What do we have now? Adaptive camouflage. Our troops are already using adaptive camouflage uniforms, right?
Yes.
Not like that, but we're not that far from being able to do that. We're at the point right now where we can change the graphics on our clothing with electronics. You know, if you don't like your Hello Kitty T-shirt, you can have it to say freaking Motley Crue. You know, you just program it and it puts it up there. You can buy those now. They're not exactly on Temu yet, but they're out there. Okay.
No, but I wouldn't doubt they will be shortly.
They will be. But some other shit Final Faction had going on. Tim?
Everything in the military seems to take like 20 years to leak out into the public sector. It's like we go through these periods of going to war for 20 freaking years, like we just went through with Afghanistan. And then all of these people who were employed by the military to make bombs and video drones and stuff decide to make video games, and they bring all that technology home to us.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at the stuff that we've got now, you know, that you can get on Temu, you know.
Mm-hmm. You can get power armor on Temu. Power armor.
Yeah. It's not that great, probably, but
it's
there.
Not. But
I think I would be concerned about it working at a crucial moment.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be going up against the alien queen in a Temu suit, you know.
Nice. It's just those back reinforcing ones. The ones I saw were just those back reinforcing ones, you know, those seats that you can sit in.
Yeah.
And, you know, they sit in and they reinforce your back so that you're like, you have extra arm strength.
Mm-hmm. I've seen those too. I've seen the ones where they give you lifting ability, and I've seen the ones where they help you walk, and I've seen the ones that reinforce the knees when you have sore knees, and it helps you keep your legs straight.
Yeah.
When I've seen a bunch of those, but I've seen some stuff being developed where it's it uses the electrical impulses going to your arms to activate this and all the different movements. I think it was like, I don't know, 20 something points of movement on this body suit thing, but it wasn't like Halo armor, right? It wasn't like Iron Man.
They're not ready for that yet.
Was it like an exoskeleton? They've got this thing that I saw a demonstration on it. It was like it's kind of like just a suit, and it gave the person then just superhuman strength. They were able to lift up.
Yeah.
This kind of like an exoskeleton.
Apparently, they're
more-
using them in industrial environments already in other countries. It just gives you upper body strength or lower body strength,
right.
depending on your job.
Yeah.
You
Depending
know,
on it wasn't the whole suit. It wasn't like Halo or
It just
Iron Man.
assists. It's really just assist.
uh-huh.
Right. Now I'm sure we're gonna have Halo armor with adaptive camouflage and tracking ability and heads up display and active tracking and like all these cameras around. I'm sure that's coming.
I'm
but we're
sure
not
we
there yet.
already have it, but we're not telling anybody about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Halo suit, if you look at the old, what was it, Army 21 stuff that they were doing when we were in,
Oh,
the prototype stuff was predicting that we would like be in Halo suits by 2025 or something. And
Yeah.
they're always a little bit
Probably
late.
are. They're not going to tell.
yeah, I'm sure. Well, if you look at the super soldier programs and the 20 and back and Mars missions and moon stuff, we have it. We're just not using them on Earth.
Right.
But not going there. Not going there because I don't want to get what's his name going to sue us.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you a secret. It's still not demons.
Not demons. For sure, not demons.
Did you notice Samo's comment about in the construction field, there's an exoskeleton that allows you to carry 6 or more pockets of cement while climbing upstairs.
Oh wow.
I haven't seen that, but that sounds very practical to me.
Yeah.
What is one bag of cement? 100 pounds? 2?
It can be. It can be about 100 pounds. If you get it that 50, 100, 125, I think.
Yeah.
Just depending on the size. Most of them, like if we go to the store right now, we get bags of cement, right? Quikrete or whatever. It's going to be like 30 pound, 25, 30 pound, 50.
Yeah.
And then if you can go up from there, but you're probably not going to walk out with, from
1,000-pound bag.
No.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that at
quick we
Lowe's without some kind of a.
Yeah. Usually it's stacks of 40s here.
Okay.
Do you think that they will in the future fight wars with robotic
They are
soldiers?
doing it
They're
now.
doing it now. It's the drones.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. Okay. You know how I like to look at sequence of events and, one thing leads to another, leads to another. I look at things like that, right? Well, one side starts to use robots, drones, and the other side starts to use drones. Then it's drones fighting drones. Why are we bothering? What's the point? Drones fight. Do my toys are better than your toys? What is that?
That whole Doctor Who subplot that they had that last season where the war is going on for war's sake for the profit of going to war.
Yeah. Well,
Testosterone poisoning.
okay. Well, if we're sending robots and they're sending robots are fighting robots. We're back here. What are we doing?
Hoping the hell they don't
Trying,
find us.
trying not to get killed by a robot, basically.
Right.
Yeah, but if the robots are annihilating each other and none of them are getting through, and I got anti-robot in my closet right now, right? What's the point of having any of it? Because what are we
Robot
gonna do?
Daton, I suppose.
Is one side going to run out of robots and then the other side is just going to give up? Or are we, because that ain't going to happen. Robots come in here. I got anti-robot in the closet. So, and most everybody around here got mini anti-robot in the closet, right? Well, if it's robot versus robot, when they both sides run out of robots, what do we do then? Nobody wants to
Go back to Plan A. I don't know.
Nobody wants to go. Nobody wants
Attach
to do that.
bayonets. That's really what they expect us to
I mean,
do.
in a
But
way,
whether that happens or not is a different thing.
Yeah.
it would save lives. You wouldn't have to have medics. I mean, when they
Well, hold on,
inaugurated
Raven. Hold on. That's not what I'm getting at. Once we run out of robots, nobody wants to actually go do anything physically because that's what the robots are for, right?
Well,
So
maybe
collect
we would
them
have
and make
peace
a
on Earth
memorial?
then, because nobody wants to go to war then. After and the robots would be annihilated.
We just have. Here's what we end up with: people in control yelling at other people in control, and nobody wanting to do anything about it.
We got that now.
Let them fight themselves. I say celebrity world conquers death match. Put them in a ring by themselves and leave the rest of us
I like
alone.
that.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Or
Isn't that-
here on the
down
Quantum
into
Show, hey,
chessboard.
Isn't that like the Hunger Games except with celebrities?
Something like that, yeah.
except let the leaders.
I'm
fight
all
it.
for that now. I don't think we need to wait for this other stuff.
I think it's always kind of been that, though. I mean, to a degree, they've killed innocent people on the side. There's always been like these. There's always been casualties that were not intended, but I think the good leaders have always been like, "Hey, general versus general. I'd rather just arm wrestle than sacrifice any of my men."
Yeah.
You know.
Decent ones are.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I like
I
that.
agree with you. I'd love to see the powers that be just pop themselves in the middle of a ring and play a good game of checkers. To win that, you got to have half a brain.
What was that episode of Star Trek? I gotta look this up because this is
with the 3D checkers.
No.
Or 3D chess or whatever they have going on in there.
That 3D chess, I remember that.
3D checkers would be interesting too.
There was, I remember there being like 3 or 4 different levels of it. You know how to play it all at the same time.
Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Let Darmok and Jalad be at Tanagra and leave the rest of us out of it.
Yeah, really.
There it is.
Right.
Darmok and Jalad. Star Trek reference on the Quantum Show. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Lynn, do you not know? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah, I do. I've taught.
Okay. Raven.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm talking
I live
about.
with a Trekkie, please.
Raven.
I did. My first husband was a Trekkie. So I think I've
So
seen
you
it.
know about Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra.
Sounds
Oh, Raven. I've got a T-shirt with that.
Well, now we know why the marriage failed. Okay.
Oh,
No, I'm teasing you totally, Raven. Totally.
I mean, yeah, he was a Trekkie. That's all that was ever on our TV. So I'm sure.
Well, that is Darmok and Darmok from Star Trek: The Next Generation, where they spoke in parables, and they spoke English, but they spoke in parables. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra was an expression of
idiom.
It was an idiom, right? Of them being on Tanagra. Darmok and Jalad on the ocean. They were in a boat on the ocean. Darmok and Jalad, the beast at Tanagra. It just goes on and on, right? I fucked with AI one time. I got an AI chatbot on here, and I said,
God,
I
that
started
sounds traumatic.
pounding them out. I said, Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Oh, and it responded with one, and I was like, what did I say? Darmok, his arms wide, or some shit like that, right? And I just started pounding them out as best I can remember, and
I love
like,
you.
what are you talking about? I'm like,
it's getting weird over there.
I'm like, the beast at Tanagra. and it was like, Raven, please watch that episode. Just Google it. It's on Amazon right now. It's on Amazon Prime right now. I'll even get that. I will tell you right now.
The wall fell.
Is this some?
Wait, just wait for it.
You're giving Raven trouble here now.
Season 5, episode 2. Darmok. Season 5, episode. I will write that.
I've got it right.
It's a
I'm writing
classic one.
Your first
remember-
tattoo should be a Darmok and Jamad tattoo.
Are these like characters? Dharma.
No,
Yes,
Yes.
but they're referenced characters. Darmok is a character that they talk about. Jalad is a character they talk about. They're not in the show. It's like we talk about all these people, but they're not in the show. They're not here. You know, we talk about who do we talk about? Rich, Amy, hello, Raven.
Yeah.
You
Are
there?
you here with us?
Yeah.
Okay. We talk about them, but they're not here. But we reference them. They are referenced several times in the show. Darmok, right?
Okay.
Is Darmok.
Got
Star
it.
Trek:
Darmok
The Next Generation, Season 5.
Season 5, episode 2.
You don't need. You know the idea of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah, I think I've watched every single one of them, but this doesn't ring a bell at all. That's all that we ever watched.
it's an episode about linguistics. It's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, but you'll understand it when you
And
get
maybe
there.
I have seen it.
Yeah.
I'll know when I take a look at it. It might ring a
Well,
bell.
watch the whole
Oh
thing.
yeah, if you had a steady diet of it, you'll say, "Oh yeah."
Okay.
But yeah, I messed with an AI one time. It tried to keep up, but I was like, I got you, buddy. You're not messing with me. Aussie is reminding us, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're here, your quantum of all the Darmok and Jalad videos on YouTube, you're here on the Quantum Show.
Sounds like Italian ice cream. Anyway,
You just come
But,
make a mess, tear all my shelves apart, and then leave.
But yeah, we had been talking about magical items that were, and then I went to the Wizard's Toolkit, right, and expanded on it, talking about laptop computers and cars and elevators. Well, this was meant to, it never made it to the show. Just I didn't have enough time, and talking about things like elevators and things that would be magical then that we take for granted now. Wireless communications,
There was a Celtic king who had his arm cut off in battle. And back then, the kings had to be perfect in their physique in order to be fit to rule. He left the throne for a time and came back with a prosthetic. Am I saying that right? Prosthetic arm, from like the elbow down. I keep wanting to say his name begin with an L, but he went to this island that's now sunken or under the water, I guess, Hyperborea, that's to the west of Ireland. And to think that they had prosthetics. Hyperborean had to be of some type of alien advanced tech if they were able to give him a prosthetic arm, and it was made out of like metal. But
got it.
You got it.
Nuada had his arm replaced by a working silver one by the physician Dion Checked, and the right cried later with a new arm of flesh and blood by the son Miak. Breast was removed from kingship, having ruled for 7 years, and Nuada was restored. He ruled for 20 more years. Celtic Irish. Nuada's
so that would have
arm,
been magical arm, I imagine, in that particular time
Yeah.
frame.
okay, magical. We do this not with silver, but what were they using? That sounds like nanite, and it sounds like programmable metal. Silver, made of silver,
cell.
and then regrown, a new arm. That's straight out of Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Or Terminator.
Oh,
I got a theory.
yes.
Found a wizard who'd been in Atlantis.
And brought back technology. Yeah.
Brought technology with him.
Yeah, that Hyperborea is talked about through just the Irish and some of the Celtic myths. And when that UFO landed in England in 1985, the begins with an R. It's an American nuclear base that's stationed there in England.
Uh-huh.
And the two guys had they were really popular. They were on Ancient Aliens a bunch, and they were interviewed on all the Joe Rogan and all that stuff because they underwent the hypnosis. And Linda Moulton Howe took them back to that place. The one guy got, when he put his hands on the UFO, he kept waking up at night after the fact and had these ones and zeros. And so he just got up and he just started to write in his notebook all these ones and zeros. Neither one of these two guys, they were just like field officers. They didn't know anything about computer programming or anything like that. So what they did was Linda Moulton Howe got a computer programmer and gave him the little notebook that he kept from that time and said, here, plug this in and tell us if it says anything. And it gave the coordinates for this Hyperborea place, that this mythical land that's west of Ireland. And it gave the north-south, coordinates, latitude, longitude, whatever. And then it spelled out a message that said, I used to have it totally memorized, but something that observation of humanity for future contact. Basically, that they were just checking in on us, see how far along we are, and at some point in the future we'll make contact.
Yeah. And the 01, that's been computer language since the beginning.
Okay, Hyperborea, right? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
What? Bring up a source for this that you know of, because I got something here, but I don't want to. I want to.
All right, can I go get my notebook? Because I wrote it all down in my notebook.
Sure.
Okay, hold on.
Because here in Greek mythology, the Hyperboreans were mythical people who lived in the far northern part of the known world. Their name appears to derive from the Greek something beyond Boreas. Some scholars prefer it says something in Gaelic or whatever this is.
Well, while we have this little moment, hello everybody in chat. Hello T-Bone, Scream Engine, Samo. Let's see who else. Drip Speed, Vamp Schneider.
Yeah, I don't mean to be ignoring anyone, but I'm moving fast here. Welcome to the chat, everyone. Let me see if I can. I'll just scroll back. Samo, Scream, Drift Speed, Sarah, Tim. Hi, Tim. Hi, Lynn. Vampskadir. Vamp Schneider. Okay, you. T-Bone. What's up, T-Bone? I was not ignoring anyone, just in the middle of.
Oh, there's Diane.
What's Diane? What's up, Diane? No, I know what is Diane. Unknown. Rachel. Renee.
Unknown, yeah.
Okay, everybody's here.
Rachel's here too, and Renee, I think. Usually where Rachel is, Renee's not far.
Jedi Sisters. What's up, Raven?
Okay. What's in this book here? All right.
What was it? Shaka when the walls fell?
Yeah. Shaka when the walls fell. Oh yeah, aliens, AI, and agents all welcome,
We'll put the
and
coffee
ghosts.
on for you.
Yeah, we get
Coffee is
started
ready.
talking here, and we forget to say, "Hey, howdy."
I haven't even taken
So
an
like and
hour
subscribe,
break.
people.
Yeah,
Gonna say you
we're
need
beyond the
coffee,
hour
don't
break now. Even I'm like, oh damn, are we gonna regret this? I'm okay though.
You're still working on the fumes from the other coffee.
Yeah, and I have calmed down from events. So
Good.
If it's coffee, it's quantum. That's a
hell
fact.
yeah.
Funny. Okay, here. This is what it said. All right. All those ones and zeros said exactly. Okay, here's the coordinates. 52 degrees. It has 52 degrees and then 09 with like a foot sign, like a dash. Then 42.532 inches north. And I don't know if I'm reading this right or not. I don't know how to read these things.
Okay.
And then the next coordinate is 13 degrees. Then it has a 13 with a foot sign. And then 12.69 inches west. Does that make sense?
It's not inches, it's seconds.
Okay. I don't see it. That's what I mean. I don't know how to read this.
What do you say the foot sign is?
Like a dash, like you would write 2 feet. You would go 2 with a dash.
You mean
right? So it's a dash. I don't know how the hell to read, how you read these things. That's what I'm saying. I got 52 degrees.
Look on the screen.
09 with a dash. That's inches. Feet is one dash.
That's not a dash. That's a apostrophe.
Apostrophe. Well, it's not apostrophe's a round thing. This is like a straight line at an angle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Minutes.
You say minutes? Okay, well, what's the other one?
I don't know.
Because it has
you
2
read
dashes.
It in degrees and minutes.
Or like a quotation. Okay, like a quotation mark.
Negative degrees.
There's 52 degrees.
Samo, look.
Yeah. Okay.
And then 45.532 minutes, I believe, north.
Yeah, 13 degrees.
But
and
then
then
again, I don't know how to do that.
There's 2. Okay, anyway, those are the coordinates, which ends up being this island that used to be there, but it's underwater now. That's the Hyperborea, the island where these the Celtic peoples talk about. They're different. They want to be left alone. We leave them alone. They've come and helped us out in times of emergency, yada yada, but that they were not to be bothered. They didn't want them, coming over there in their boats and saying, hi, you got a cup of sugar or anything, what I mean? All right. So then this is what the zeros and ones said. Exploration of humanity, continuous for planetary advance.
Okay. And where is this coming from? Who said this?
That was off the interview that Linda Moulton Howe did that they featured on Ancient Aliens long time ago.
Okay.
She's the one who went and took them to get hypnotized and stuff like that. But he had already done those zeros and one things in his book just right after the incident. And he was too afraid to talk about the incident because they had been pulled into this office and these like men in black type figures had threatened them and they drugged them and they made them sign a non-disclosure agreement and scared the hell out of them and told them they were, family members would start to come up missing if they even breathed a word of it and so forth.
Nathan, read private chat real quick.
Okay, we got Storm coming in a minute. Coming in on a new window. We're going to see how this works out. Hopefully it'll work out okay. We're going to go back to magic items and scientific principles. Magic items with scientific principles. When Storm comes back. Because I'm going to let that be a recurring theme here, is scientific magic items. Because that's a really good one.
The lighter?
Yep, cigarette lighter. That's a good one. And
Yep.
Some things that we don't have, they're still magical items, like the flying carpet, right? From looking at Aladdin, the flying carpet.
Oh, yeah. That's one that's always fascinated me.
What did they look at? Now, most everything in fantasy is based on some kind of observed thing.
Yeah.
And the flying carpet, the flying broom, right? Oh, Star Trek got speeder bikes. Now Star Trek has speeder bikes too. They have hover bikes. We're about to have hover bikes. I'm working on one myself, by the way. Still not a dead project. Not dead. Not dead. Just on the back burner.
I wonder
Working
if
on easier things first. You know what?
I wonder if the magic carpet wasn't some like basic anti-gravity device.
Well, I don't know if
Like
you would call it basic. I think it's pretty advanced. I think they ran up on something from Atlantis, honestly.
Well, compared to a UFO, if they just had kind of like the base technology, the very
Well,
we
don't.
that would just
Here we go, right? We can't say what is a UFO yet, so we don't know if it's advanced or not from either one. I mean, they're both magical still.
yeah.
As far as we're concerned, we just know that they existed or do exist. And see, I hesitate. I don't suppose. I don't want to guess, right? Give me what. Assuming gets you in trouble. I'm not going to assume anything. UFOs seem advanced, but magic carpets might be way more advanced than what we know about UFOs. But we just don't understand it yet. But they might be super more advanced because a UFO, think about it, it's a ship that you get in. A carpet, you don't have to get in it, right? You just get on it and it just goes. What's more advanced, you know? I mean, how do we have no way to determine that? So,
Storm's waiting to come in.
well, I don't see him coming in. Has he got that link?
He used the same link that you gave me.
Does he show that he's on there in backstage?
I don't know. He's away from me. Hang on a second. I'll ask him.
Okay.
Okay. I won't be long.
Well, just yell.
Okay.
But yeah, Unknown is saying, what are you saying about carpets? Like, I'm looking at magic items from the past that have been mistaken as magic that were really technology. We've covered a bunch of them, and magic carpet is one that we haven't come across yet. Okay, here he comes. Alrighty then. Hey, what's up, Frank?
Hi, Frank.
Yes,
Your sound is off. What?
You can see my face.
Yeah, your microphone is not picking you up very well.
Okay, let me check my audio here.
Well, bring it closer to you if you can.
Well, take another look. I think he's here now.
He's here. We're getting
It's not-
things. Yeah, your audio is choppy and cutting out. You got any kind of microphone, excess microphone or anything?
And switch it. Okay, how's that work?
Much
That's
better.
much better.
Much
yeah,
better.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
There we go.
Welcome to the quantum panel, Frank. You're always in the background, but you're never in the foreground. So what's up, man?
Oh, well, I figured, what the heck? One of these days, I'll let people see what my face, such as it is, looks like. So,
Indeed, devastatingly handsome.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
At least thank you for greeting with me. Yeah, I think he is.
He is.
So, the magic technological items. What do you say?
we had that little discussion earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It really, given what we know about science nowadays, everything that we've discovered over time, realizing that many of the things that are attributed to magical items, we can reproduce now with our technology. So who's to say that we didn't have the knowledge before? And given things like, say, Atlantis, there's a lot of stuff that we knew before that we don't have access to now, but we're developing the access as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
You and I earlier, Nathan, were discussing, say, the ambulance, magical ambulance. Discuss that. Proper amulet. You are supposed to say, you're supposed to hold it firmly and say a specific set of words. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Holding a piece of copper or bronze conducts heat. It transfers. That transfers to whatever innate properties that are in the device itself, and then you have the focusing element, which would be a gemstone or whatever, that focuses that into the predicted effect. And each crystal and each coil and each metallic substance will produce a different effect depending on how they're combined and how much energy you put into it. That's using your base science of energy manipulation,
Mm-hmm.
metallurgy, and magnetic, and as Nathan said before, the matrixing of energy forms.
And the
So, yeah,
frequency
doing-
of your words, right? Because you say
Exactly.
specific words.
Right.
Also the
Teamwork.
frequency of the words, plus also even with a wand, for example, there's a specific motion. There's a specific word pattern used. That is how long that you have to hold that to generate the effect. That phrase gives you the time frame. The words aren't necessarily to activate it. It's that how much time that you have to hold that to get your effect.
Mm.
Now, if you're using, say, something that uses, say, a psychic field to generate something, it uses your own mental energy. Yeah, that the words will matter because the words have to mean something to you, not necessarily to the wand. And that's how you focus it to get your energy projected. At least that's my 2.5 cents worth with inflation.
Yeah, we can go over some of these things because unknown is bringing up questions about magic wand, magic mirror. I've covered all these. I guess you weren't here, but wand. Here's a magic wand.
Yes.
That's a magic wand. Magic mirror. That's a magic mirror.
Yep, we discussed that earlier.
Yeah.
You make the magical, your magical incantation is you're doing your pattern on the screen to unlock it. That opens up your mirror.
Yeah, I'm not going
If
to
you're on
show
your
you
dial
my
pad.
key to open my mirror, but
Yeah.
we all have
your
one.
dial pad. Your dial pad, again, it has a specific sequence. Whether you're dialing somebody or you're hitting, you have to go through a specific sequence to hit their place in the contacts.
Right.
Again, it's all intentional.
Right. And Samo saying car keys. Okay, we talked about this one. These new cars have these electronic fobs that if you don't have it on you, your car is locked and it won't start. You have to have it on you. Well, that's proximity. That is an access magical access item, right? And
Well, most people have to do that.
yeah,
Not everybody that has a key fob has to work that way, though.
right. Well, these new cars they have, it's like the fanciest thing ever. Well, until we get it right, it's just more shit to break in our cars. But the idea is sound, right? So, what's the next
Yeah,
one you got
most
there?
people will need to hold on to that key fob in order to, or have that key fob in their pocket in order to open or lock their car. I don't.
Yeah, I got old school.
But then again, the Ultima I drive has a key fob. You have to drive it, and you have to have it to open and unlock it. Right, Tim? You're right. Exactly. But I don't necessarily have to have the key fob on me to lock the doors or open the trunk of my car.
Actually,
Because
he
there's
threatens
energy.
it often.
There's energy and there's intention.
They know it too.
And I'm a techromancer.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah, well, you have a certain perspective here.
Now you can say it's the car.
That.
You can say it's the car, but I can't get it to do it. I can't get it to do it at all. It's strictly a him thing.
Right. Well, I have the old school keys to do all my work for me. I don't have.
That's your magic wand.
That's my magic wand. My touchstone for my magic carriage that takes me everywhere. With my internal demon horses, whatever.
Well, in the
Demon
old days,
genie horses. What?
A car in the old days, a car would have been considered a time machine. Think about it. How far can we go in a vehicle? And they had to take days for it.
Right. Well,
it does twist one's perception of time.
Mm-hmm.
And even had a hand crank at the beginning.
Your average person can readily walk. That was saying when someone's in shape who has no physical difficulties, etc., can walk 10 miles in a day for travel. It's a steady pace. They can walk 10 miles in a day. Now, here where we are, the nearest major city is 40 miles to the south or 200 miles to the north. So it's 4 days to El Paso or 3 weeks to Albuquerque at a steady pace, stopping to rest and eating.
That's a long
it's a long trip.
A car would be a time machine.
Yes. So you step inside, you push the button, you move the controls, and next thing you know, you're in Albuquerque. It's magic. What would normally take you 3 weeks, you're done in 4 hours or less. But then again, it's perspective.
When they first had locomotives, there was a lot of chatter about whether women were safe in riding in one, because they were afraid that the pressures would literally tear a woman up.
Oh yeah, they thought that if we went fast when the car came around, they thought that your heart would stop if you go more than 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, or you'd have a miscarriage or something of that nature too.
I don't remember that. I remember if you travel more. Now, if you go from 0 to 30 like that, you probably you have a hard time, right? 0 to 30 and that, you would have a hard time.
I don't know. I drive with Storm. It doesn't bother me.
From 0.
I'm serious. Heart attack.
From 0 to 30. Now, I don't mean 0 to 30 in 5 seconds. I mean 0 to right now 30. Is like,
Instant acceleration to 30 miles an hour will rip your insides apart.
Yeah, maybe that's what they were thinking back in the day, but
being able to travel at 30 miles an hour, they're thinking you're instantly going from 0 to 30. Yes, that would rip you apart. However, it takes time, folks. It's not an instant jump to warp speed.
And But yeah, but we were also talking about the things that haven't come around yet that were magical items back in the day, like something I brought it up before, but we haven't recreated that yet. As far as I know, maybe we have the magic lamp. Have we recreated that? I'm thinking maybe we have.
Yeah, you and I talked about that too.
Yeah. Have we
The magic
recreated
lamp.
that? I'm thinking it's some kind of a DMT burning device to bring out the DMT.
Or anything that would, using electrical stimulus, break down a product to create a mist or gas that creates a hallucinogenic effect or a psychotropic effect.
Yeah.
In short, a magic lamp is really a self-powered bong.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
There you go.
It sounds funny, but in practice, that's kind of what it was doing. Because let's take them out. Just think about it: a magic lamp. You rub the side. You create static that kicks off a process, and that probably starts a burner on the inside that releases fumes. That you're sitting around it. You're rubbing the magic lamp. You're breathing the fumes in, and all of a sudden, you're with a genie. That's a DMT trip, because everybody who's told me about DMT trips say they meet people when they are on this trip.
It's more like things, but
Things,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Maybe they interpreted that in that particular region as a genie.
There's a lot of people that call them DMT elves, so genie it does seem within.
I've heard that too. And but there's all kinds of stuff like
I Dream of Genie. Remember that?
There was a lamp there. What else can we go with?
That was a bottle.
That happened with that astronaut because he crash landed on an island in the middle of the ocean. He suffered brain damage. He was having hallucinations. And they never quite figured out exactly what was wrong with him. And everybody else just played along because they valued him because they loved him.
Yeah.
So that works in the military real good there, Frank.
Well, that show has some lore to it, okay? We should look at these shows about crazy shit like that, because they all are based on some kind of a lore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I Dream of Genie is based on some real shit that went down, right? And it was just shown on a TV show as the TV show.
The little story.
And her bottle looks more like what do they call those things? The hookahs that they smoke.
Yeah.
Out of.
Yes, it did.
And there's a reason for that.
Yeah, I think there is. I think accidents.
Like I said, a genie lamp is a self-powered bong. Yeah, it's you get stoned and you see hallucinations. You know.
Yeah. So I'm rich until the third wish.
And by the third wish, you're so screwed up that you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, Scream.
Not Genie.
She lives in a hookah.
Lives in a hookah.
That's why she's always happy.
Well, that's why they're always happy to have her around, because the hookah's there with them, and they're
just getting happy.
And she's so agreeable. Yes, Master.
At least that's what he thinks she's saying.
Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Yes,
this
Master.
is 50-60 mindset here.
Hey, Blue Cruz, what's up? I didn't see you come in. Sorry about that. What's
if
up,
he
Blue
really
Cruz?
loved her, he'd release her from the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bewitched has. There's more. There's.
Bewitched is great.
Yeah, Bewitched is good. I love that show.
I have an aunt like that.
Bewitched, I Dream of Genie. There's so many TV shows. Do y'all remember the theory about the Flintstones and the Jetsons?
Yeah,
Being the same
they're on the
family.
same world. No,
Yeah.
They are
they're
the same world.
Uh-huh.
Do
But
y'all?
the Jetsons are up in the atmosphere, up in orbit, up in the upper atmosphere. The Flintstones are down on the same planet at the same time because all the future they live in the sky, but down on Earth everything is destroyed. So they're just now rebuilding down there, and that's where the Flintstones are. That's why the Jetsons and the Flintstones have interacted, because the Jetsons end up coming down from their
Oh,
sky haven temple down to the Earth.
I didn't know that.
Oh, Raven, let's go over this then. Check it out. It
And
started-
don't forget the little alien that called him Dum Dum,
Yeah,
Yes.
check it out. Okay,
the great
here's
Gazoo.
the thing.
the
Right.
Great Gazoo.
Gazoo, right? Okay, it started. Now they were two shows for so long, but then one of the Christmas specials happened, right? And they talked to each other, and it's like, wait a minute, one's supposed to be in the past, one's supposed to be in the future. What's going on here? And people made the connection that, hold on a second, they're the same time. What they're making dolmens, right? That's the giant houses, the block houses that you see the Flintstones living in.
Uh-huh.
Those are dolmen houses, Stone Age houses that we found. It's based on stuff we found, right? And then,
Yep.
then it went to go, and then the Christmas special. When do the Flintstones when is that supposed to take place? Ancient
They never
times.
give you a time frame. They don't give you a time
Right.
frame.
But they celebrate
story.
Christmas.
You know. Yeah, they wouldn't be celebrating
Wait.
Christmas.
Exactly.
When was that supposed to happen? Right. So
Exactly.
that was like, wait a minute. If they're both celebrating, what were they celebrating? Christmas? And then
What?
They-
No.
Well, then the Flintstones would have to be post-apocalypse or something.
Well, that's why
you
I said
touched on it.
the
They are
yeah
they
they're
are
living, they're living
post-apocalypse of
yeah,
the previous
the-
civilization.
the civilization raised themselves into the sky. They have their sky cities because everything in the Jetsons is in the upper atmosphere. So they're up there doing their thing. They've been surviving up there. They left the ground to survive in the skies because the ground was no longer viable. But over time, it had become viable again. Life begins again, and there you have the Flintstones with their dinosaurs that have been tamed and turned into tools.
Right.
Those may have been genetic modifications from the people up in the sky.
Right. So they were the breakaway civilization. They were all friends of Elon Musk, and they're up there in the sky.
Don't
right?
even bring Elon Musk.
No,
into this. He's not
don't do
worthy.
it. No. It was also
Elon is
happy
not
until a
worthy
moment ago.
of this series.
I never saw that Christmas show, but
I bet you have, and you didn't make the connection back in the. It came out in the 70s. Of course, you don't remember.
Gee
This
whiz.
is my quantum world. I gotta remember this shit.
well, I was around in the 70s.
I know you've watched it. You're not remembering it because it was.
I was probably grounded from the TV for some reason for being a smart ass.
Well, it was a while ago. I mean,
so
I think
me.
about this kind of stuff in my head all the time. But yeah, you're like just like you saw all the Star Treks too. You forgot it. It's okay. It's all
It
right.
happens.
But
The mind
yeah.
can only hold so much of that.
yeah.
Memory
Flintstones-
collapses decades into seconds.
Flintstones were on the ground rebuilding civilization. Now, when the breakaway civilization, the Atlanteans, whatever, were up there living their best life. In the Jetsons, they never ground. They never go to ground. They're always up there in their flying cars, in their flying cities and buildings, and he never goes
Yep.
to the ground. His office
And
is in another. A house is a flying house. Work is a flying building.
Well,
They
that's
never
right.
go
You never see
ground.
them drop anything either.
Yeah, they're just suspended and gravity doesn't work for them.
Yeah, in some of the Jetsons episodes, you even see the agricultural domes.
You're
where
right.
Food is grown in the sky.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And then
it makes
in the
absolutely sense that
And
Yeah,
that
of course,
is the same part.
George's index finger hurts because, well, he just goes boop, boop,
Yeah,
yeah,
you push a
and
button.
to further the idea, the dolmens, that was some leftover technology that they used because they didn't. We
Thank you, T-Bone.
yeah.
How the Flintstones Saved Christmas, 1964. That was
Oh,
a
it was
60s
64.
picture.
I
that was
wasn't
the year
born yet.
before you were born.
Yeah, I wasn't even
saw
born
it.
yet.
I thought it because I was a little kid.
Didn't both civilizations encounter the alien? The little alien guy that we were
Not
talking
in
Oh,
about?
you
the
mean the
series
gizmo?
itself.
Yeah,
No,
Gizmo.
the Great Gazoo.
Gazoo.
Right.
That's the little green alien. That was primarily saw that in Jetsons, and they didn't show it in Flintstones, but in some of the comic books that were done
I
for the
thought they
Flintstones.
did.
And
Yeah.
some of the, I'm sorry, the Jetsons didn't see the Great Gazoo. In some of the comic books for the Jetsons, you did see a character like the Great Gazoo. It wasn't the same character, but it was another alien. And it was a
Oh.
female, I think, if I recall
Huh.
correctly.
I have no clue.
It's been so long, y'all. I can't remember.
As I was talking with Lynn earlier and talking with you this afternoon, I have this just really weird set of knowledge that randomly comes together to form a perfect lattice work of knowledge and conjecture. And
I don't think we're
And it works.
conjecturing anything. I think we're filling in blanks is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're saying that we're seeing the pieces and we're like, that's the lattice, and we're not conjecturing anything. We're like, oh, this fits here, this fits here, this fits here, this fits together.
yeah, we're putting together the jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Storm has a lot of memories of Atlantis like the rest of us do. So that's where a lot of this, oh, this is how that worked.
Yeah.
Suddenly a
Most
short
of my
little
memories
memory.
most of my memories of Atlantis are, oh yeah, that's the skank ass bitch that blew us up.
I think, well, most of my Atlantis,
Pardon my
memories
Anglo-Saxon.
are like handing you the screwdriver, Frank. Because I was like running support while you were doing the work.
Well, more or less apprentice, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was an
Yeah.
apprentice or an assistant, or just handing you the screwdrivers.
You know, at the time, because it was a new science in Atlantis, people had to learn it, and yes, that's what we were doing. Then, of course, there was this one group of Neanderthals, for lack of a better term, who decided that science was bad, and they blew up my power plant. Which is why Atlantis doesn't exist anymore, because the feedback disintegrated everything in its path.
And then everybody went to South America, Italy, Brazil, all the surrounding areas.
Well, those are the
And-
ones who survived. Zero.
Unknown, honestly, there is nothing left of it. Atlantis literally disintegrated. There was nothing remaining.
We are rediscovering principles of some Atlantean tech here and there. Hello, Unknown doesn't know about this. You don't know about this, do you? You don't know about this project, do you? This is the Mercury project that I've kind of put on the back burner because the ghost said no. Yeah, that's a story. And
Bumbadum?
the Mercury project is this. I did a show. It's on my channel. It's an old one. Forbidden Technology Mercury, right? We're at the end of the 2 hours.
I'll be right back.
Well, I'm about okay, but Forbidden Technology Mercury technology. I'm not going to go over it now because it's the end of the 2 hours, right?
Okay.
But I did a show on this. It is on my channel. Just look on my channel, look for Mercury or Forbidden or something, right? Like that. Mercury can be used for energy generation, so to speak, and levitation. Okay. So, yeah, that's what the Mercury project is, and I'm working on it. I've got something of a prototype ready to put together, but I haven't put together because the ghost said no. The other side literally reached out to me and says, "Don't do this in public." So I'm not. I'm not. And it when the ghosts reach out to you, you listen, okay? You don't argue, you listen. It's just one of those things. Oh, it's one of them. It's like pushing your core buttons. You feel those buttons when they get pushed. So I'm like, I will leave this alone for now. I'll go back to it later, but I want a fucking speeder bike. That's what it is. And I'm gonna have one. Okay, everybody. I know Frank is away from keyboard right now.
I'm not sure why, but he has his reasons.
Sure. But y'all, we're reached the 2-hour mark. Thank you, T-Bone. Thank you. Appreciate that. We've reached the 2-hour mark. So thanks everyone for joining us with the panel discussion about the Apocalypse 2026 Part 1, where we talked about magic items with scientific principles. We talked about all the old tech being brought up in science now, magical items that we're rediscovering, adaptive camouflage. We're discovering touchstones, boot discs, boot discs, and computers, magic mirrors, scrying mirrors, amulets, wands, and all that stuff. So, and yeah, the fire sticks. What did I call the lighter? The Ifrit's touch? Ifrit's finger? That's awesome. The Ifrit's finger? Oh man, that came out of nowhere. The touch of the Ifrit, fire genie? Love it. Okay. Thanks again, everybody. We went over all that stuff and we did really good.
A little taste of Atlantis.
Yeah, and we went to Atlantis a little bit. We may probably go there again. Me and Storm are keen on Atlantis. So thank you, Storm. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Raven. Thank you, Tim. And thanks everybody in the chat for coming.
Always a pleasure.
It has been a hell of a show. I really like this one. I hope y'all enjoyed it and the first hour. So I'm going to go ahead and start.
And thanks to our moderators. Without them, we wouldn't know what was going on out there. And hey, people in our chat, you've just been marvelous. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yep. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and start pushing buttons. Where's my little thing at?
Pushing buttons, pushing buttons, and pushing buttons.
There it is. There it is.
Pushing buttons.
Yep. Buttons, pushing buttons. Okay, pushing buttons. Wait.